Good morning, preppers. Time is short. Oh yeah, it's already here. I wanted to talk about a very, very important subject today. Possibly one of the most important subjects we've talked about yet. So stick through this whole video and I guarantee you're going to look at things a little bit differently because we're going to go over a concept that by far the majority of people don't get. In fact, they go just the opposite. But with that in mind, I want you to understand this video is actually going to benefit you tremendously, even though it's actually going to be bad for me. It's going to be bad for me because basically it's like showing you my cards. Well, showing you one of my cards of basically when it comes to intelligence and how things work. But there's no way I can get this information out without showing you my cards, which of course shows the cards to the government or whoever else wants to look at it as well. Okay, it started out a few days ago. We were on a live stream. And during the live stream, Alexa in the background, just out of the blue, just starts blabbing and talking and stuff. And it happens sometimes with creepy old Alexa. And people were saying on the channel like, oh my gosh, oh, you have Alexa? Oh, that's horrible. Don't you know Alexa listens to you? Yeah, we know. I mean, granted, it doesn't always like do what I tell it to do, but it definitely listens to you. And out of the blue, will simply make comments and stuff. But it's not just listening to you, but actually storing that data, basically spying on you. And that's true. But you know what? So does your phone. So does most of your TVs, smart TVs. The OnStar in your car, if you actually have, even if you don't have a paid service in your car, even if it's not OnStar, even if you don't have a paid service, it will still and can and will listen to you. Everything does. Tablets, the list goes on and on. And a lot of this actually was made public by Edward Snowden, when he became a whistleblower. And when he came out with this information, it was like, I already knew this, but it's something that I didn't really want to talk to people about, because once you start talking about it, then you actually get put into a higher category in the government because they know that you know some stuff. You know what I'm saying? In other words, when the government wants to try to control people, it knows certain groups to control first, like, for example, veterans, because they're the ones that actually have seen the crap. At least a lot of them have. So I want to go into talking about what's called an art of deception. You do not want to go dark. Going dark simply means, you know what? Let's say for the last few months, you've been saying, oh, I really don't like this, and I don't like this, and I don't want to talk about what you don't like. I think you can actually fill in the blanks. I don't like this and this and this, and this is what's happening. I don't like this and this. And suddenly somebody says, you have an Alexa? You have your phone listening to you? You know you need to shut all those things off. By the way, if you didn't know, you can't shut off your phone and such. Even if it's shut off, it can still record you. No, if your phone's nearby, it can actually listen to you and watch you. Your computer too. Oh, it's crazy. So don't think that basically just shutting them off is going to help you. But let's say in all those situations, you leave all that stuff and you trash your phone, you burn it, you burn your computer, burn your Alexa, and you go completely dark in this situation. You're completely dark. And that's the term we use for this. That is an extremely big flag they fly up now. Because understand that when you actually talk about problems that you don't like as far as like the government and such, then suddenly you go completely dark. The government perceives that as you're now taking things to the next level. Be exceedingly careful about that situation. But you understand that we talk about right now, like China actually has, like a credit score on people. It's not credit as far as finances, but basically, how good of a citizen are you? Are you a great citizen? You love everything China does? Are you a moderate citizen? You don't like a couple of things? Are you completely against the system? And they will flag it, freeze your bank accounts, lock you in your house, and making it so even with the digital codes and stuff, you can't get in and out. I mean, it's incredible, but that's what we have in a socialist country, which it seems to be we're heading that direction. So understand you're going to have this digital fingerprint too. And a lot of it's attached to, obviously, political views. It'll be attached to your religious views, what you buy, what you eat, your health, all those things we put into place, they're already there. It's just we don't see the ramifications and effects of them just yet, but it's coming. This is historically proven that during peacetime, governments will collect data on their people and be like, oh, you know what? We're a peaceful government. We want to collect the data on you. Then suddenly when things go bad, they'll say, we've got the goods on you. This has happened so many times in government situations. So your information is already there, my friend. If you don't like what things are happening, it's already there. The last thing you want to do is shut off your Alexa and burn it and shut off your phone and stuff, because then you go dark and it takes the way the government looks at you to the next level. That's a bad situation. Okay, so here's what you want to do. The average family, that's what you want to become. You want to be the average Joe. You want to have a TV, maybe a smart TV that listens to you. You want to have your phones that listen to you, your computers, tablets, etc., and an Alexa. I mean, if you really don't Alexa, that's fine. But all these devices, keep having them. And guess what you do? You let them listen to you. You let them listen to you talk about, practically speaking, nothing but good things. Honestly, if you have a couple bad things to say, that's actually normal. So don't think you suddenly need to become the Brady Bunch, and everything's perfect roses and stuff. No, that's obviously the deception's very clear in that situation. But instead, you know what? You become more of just a moderate. You know what? I don't like the gas prices being so high, but you know what? They're doing the best they can. Bling, little shine on your smile there. I don't like the inflation going on right now, and the cost of bread. But you know what? The situation's really bad, but they're doing the best they can. I still don't like it. Maybe I don't like how well the government's doing in these situations, but you know what? We'll give them some time. We'll work it out. We'll see if we can figure out what's going on with this. And everything else, simply keep to your happy cherry roses conversation. Oh, did you hear about the Kardashians? Oh, did you watch this on TV? Even if you don't watch TV. Oh, did you hear about this latest song that came out by Harry Styles? Or whatever the case may be. You let those things continue being part of your conversation, including and especially Alexa. You let that go through. You just don't talk about any serious concerns or problems that you have with the current regime, or any regime for that matter. All that information is taken and stored, and if there's not a lot of red flags put up, then you're going to be looked at as in, you're an average citizen. That's great. Even if you've actually talked about nothing but garbage the last few months, the last couple of years, it's time to transition and not talk about these things in your house. Again, a little problems with the government, that makes sense. Understand? You want to make it so it looks like you're not completely deceiving them, even though you are. So what happens is, in that situation, when you go dark, you're flagged, but you still want to talk about these things. That's when you get away from your electronics. So the best way to do this is come up with a safe word. Like, hey, who wants to go for a walk in the woods? We want our exercise, so let's go for a walk in the woods. And you go for a walk in the woods. No electronics is allowed. You know that. You can't even do hand gestures. You can't do that because they can see too. These devices can see as well. Don't even play there. Don't even go. But instead, go out in the woods, go for a walk, make sure nobody has electronics on them at all, period. The odds of some kind of tracker out in the woods focusing on you, some type of drone or anything, is pretty slim at this stage. So you can feel pretty confident as long as you're not within a certain distance of these electronic devices, you should be fine. Okay? So talk about what you need to and get it off your chest. And then just talk about how you can't stand what's happening in these situations. And then you go back home with nice cherry cheeks and say everything's not perfect, but you know what? We're working through this as Americans or whatever country you're from. Now, while you're in the woods too, by the way, you can actually come up with another safe word. Come up with a different every single time. Hey guys, next time we want to come out in the woods and talk, remember no electronics, we're going to use the word pineapple. And so a few days later, we're all talking. Oh, look at this. Gas prices are high and stuff. Hey guys, do we have any pineapple? Now, don't stress out. Do we have any pineapple? You can't do this. You have to completely be an actor about this. Do we have any pineapple? I don't think so. And then wait some time, 15, 20 minutes, and say, hey, who wants to go for a walk? We need some exercise. Let's go. And go out there and come up with a different password for the next time. But do not shut off your devices. Don't try to go dark. Obviously, don't talk about sensitive information in front of your devices. That's red flags. But going dark is going to be bad too. So having an Alexa, understand that if I were an average Joe and not had a YouTube channel, which hopefully that's you, having an Alexa is a good thing, but it actually shows that you're showing trust in the government. You're showing trust in YouTube, in Google, and all those other things where right now that trust is not there. So that's how this video certainly incriminates me even more because, you know what, now it's out there showing one of my cards of how things are supposed to be done intelligence-wise. We live in a very difficult time. And the times are going to become more difficult, become a lot worse. And some of this intelligence I'm giving you, hopefully will save your hiney. But unfortunately, it's going to throw even more red flags down my path. So this video, really try to get it out there so people watch this, guys. Not only like it and subscribe, all that stuff, which we practically never say, but share this video. Go to your friends and family and say, watch this. I really need you. Because when people start saying, oh, I don't have Alexa, it listens to me as they're on their phone, thinking it's okay, and they're actually now in a secure location, they can talk about all the garbage they want to talk about, you're asking for more trouble. You're basically showing your hand that you don't understand truly what's happening in intelligence, and they have caught you red-handed, so to speak. Okay? I hope this video helps, and I hope you're able to instigate some of these things into your life. Because you know what? Hate to say this, even watching this YouTube channel, the YouTube channel's got you flagged anyway. You're already on the list. So it's only best to try to limit the information going at this point on. Okay, hope that helps.